I mean, I was skeptical. I was skeptical, but they finally did it. They released the Epstein files. Well, sort of. They kind of released the Epstein files. What we really got wasn't really any transparency, but just like a wall of redactions, pretty much. Like page after page of just blacked out names, locations, dates, paragraphs, pages, just entire pages, just completely redacted, and it shows nothing. I mean, some documents are so heavily censored, you don't even know what is even happening. Like, what crimes are they even describing in some of these PDF files that they've released to the public? So, yes, like, files were released, but like, functionally, we have a whole lot of nothing. And just to give a little bit of context, Congress passed the Epstein Files Transparency Act, which was a federal law requiring the Attorney General to make all unclassified Epstein related records publicly available in a searchable, downloadable format within 30 days, mind you. And it became official on November 19th, 2025, which is why we got everything on December 19th. And what we actually got was just a partial release of just full redactions and missing documents that is technically happening after the deadline, which was promised, right? We were supposed to get it all on December 19th, but they've now backtracked a bit and said, yeah, we're going to actually release some of these over the next few weeks, which isn't transparency. It's not even compliance to the actual original legislation. And I think a lot of people are just pissed off about it because they didn't actually do what they were required by law to do. Now, we did get some new photos of celebrities and political figures, but like I like to call them the usual suspects because for some reason it's always the same people involved in the same bullshit. I don't know why it's always the same names that are involved in something or connected to something, some weird shit, and I don't know why, but they just never face any consequences. So we have Richard Branson, Chris Tucker, Michael Jackson, Prince Andrew, Mick Jagger, Kevin Spacey. We got Bill Gates. Of course, we have to have Bill Gates. There wouldn't be a controversy without Bill Gates. And my favorite Bill of them all, Bill Clinton. I mean, like, his face is just in every PDF file. It's just plastered all over this. And of course, like, Trump probably had something to do with that. But I mean, like, he's just seriously compromised in this release. Like, he's just everywhere. He's just with every victim involved, possibly. And of course, Bill Clinton's spokesperson released this weak ass response, this highly scripted. This response that makes no sense. Like, he says there's two types of people. The first group who knew nothing, right? They didn't know anything, but they still cut off Epstein before his crimes came to light. Right. That definitely makes sense. You would cut somebody off before their crimes came out, right? Okay, cool. And then the second group continued relationships with him after, right? So he's defining brand new groups of people who are guilty, right? He's the guy who decides that, right? Okay. And what I find insane is everyone connected here has faced almost zero consequences. Nothing. And they just keep insisting that these redactions are meant to protect the victims, right? This is what they keep insisting. But you have to really ask yourself, if it wasn't politicians being involved and billionaires, of course, there has to be billionaires involved, would these redactions be the same? Like, if it was regular people, would we have the same redactions that we're seeing right now? I don't think so. I really don't think so. And it's interesting because all the redactions are supposed to be accompanied, right, with a written justification. And, you know, I've seen the first batch and I haven't seen one single explanation for any of these blacked out pages. Nothing. Like, it's just like blacked out with no explanation involved. And hopefully, maybe we get these explanations later because it doesn't make sense how it's being released right now. You know, at this point, in my opinion, that the Epstein case has been dead ever since he died, right? It's been covered up. It's been, all the evidence has been lost, misplaced, or destroyed, whatever they want to say. And it's the secrets are buried with him, right? It's done. I don't think we're ever going to get solutions to any of these questions, right? Like, we have so many questions about the people involved, and we're never going to get the answers to this. It's just a chase that's never going to be satisfied, right? And it's unfortunate because there's so many people that are not held accountable for what they've done. And let's not forget, right? Because it seems like everyone else forgot, but like, I remember this same administration was the same administration that tried gaslighting us, saying that there were no files. There were no files left. And they're dropping hundreds of thousands of files, right? Because now they're forced to release these files. I'm not just going to blame the Trump administration. I personally think he's a little bit involved in this, if not very much involved in this. But I mean, it was also Joe Biden too. I mean, did we forget he was also president at one point? Like, he could have released all the files himself, but clearly he was protecting Democrats that were involved. So, I have very little hope left in this case. After seeing this first batch, I know they're going to release more files over the next few weeks, and we'll see what comes out of it. But I'm very skeptical that we're going to really get any solutions. And yeah, that's the video. I just wanted to make a quick video saying this was a bullshit ass release, and I'm not surprised. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Like to hear your opinion. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.